Dads, what's the craziest way your son has ever wasted your money? I came home after a long day, already planning on destroying a plate of tacos or a pizza by myself. I thought that was the least I deserved before chilling out. But then, I walk into the living room with my son standing there, and the TV was paused on a slide that said, Proposal for Parents. My 8-year-old was standing next to the couch wearing my tie like a professional. He had a remote in one hand and a laser pointer in the other. Welcome, investor, he said. He hit play and a slideshow began. Slide 1 said, Why I need an iPad. Slide 2 said, Current tablet is trash. Slide 3 was a photo of him frowning next to a cracked Kindle Fire tablet. For 2 weeks, he'd been doing chores like a tiny intern with something to prove. Dishes, lawn, laundry, he even tried to fold fitted sheets. He kept calling me sir and shaking my hand after dinner. It was ridiculous, but it was effort, so I caved. We went to the store and I spent $800 on the newest iPad. He hugged the box like it was a newborn. Best dad ever, he said. 2 nights later, at midnight, my door flew open. Dad, there's a new one, he said, breathing like he just ran a mile. It's called the iPad Pro Max Ultra. Can you get it for me? I stared at him in the dark. We just bought one, I said. He nodded like a serious businessman. This one has better shadows, he said. I told him no and sent him back to bed. In the morning, I heard a crash from his room. I sprinted in. The iPad lay face down with a spiderweb screen. He looked at me without a single tear. Daddy, now that it's broken, can I get the Ultra? I did not say a word for a full 5 seconds. Then I said, fine, get dressed. We drove for 3 hours. No music, no talking, just the GPS and my coffee. We pulled up to an Apple store in a mall he had never seen. He pressed his face to the glass like it was a museum. Inside, he beelined to the biggest one on the table. This, he said. I waved down a blue shirt. Give us a minute. I told my son. I forgot my wallet in the car. He nodded, already petting the screen. I walked out and kept walk. I called the store manager from the parking lot. He was my cousin. Time for the lesson, I said. He laughed and told me to come back in 5. When I returned, my son was at a table with my cousin and a printed quote. It was an invoice for an iPad Pro Max Ultra. The total was not a number. It said, payment due, 1 summer of chores, 1 repaired screen, 1 month with no upgrades. It had a barcode and everything. My son blinked. Is this real? He asked. My cousin nodded like a news anchor. We only accept work for work, he said. Trade-in value on a broken iPad is 0. My son swallowed. Can we fix the old one instead? That we can do, my cousin said. He rang up a screen repair, a heavy-duty case, and a glass protector. My son paid with 2 crumpled gift cards and a jar of coins he'd brought to flex. It came up short by 27. I covered it and said nothing. On the drive home, he stared out the window holding the receipt. It says no upgrades for 30 days, he said. Store policy, I said. He nodded. He spent the evening wiping fingerprints off his repaired iPad like it was a trophy. At bedtime, he whispered, Thank you for letting me keep this one. The next morning, he tried to sell me a subscription to taking out the trash. I told him I'd think about it. He hasn't asked for the Ultra again. He renamed his wallpaper Pro Max Ultra. That's free.